Hold on, let me damn, we got some people in now. Oh, let me get you on here, Frizzy. We live.
Okay.
Go. Okay. Bam said I keep saying okay. All right, you on there? Can you see me?
Yep. See you good.
Okay, we gonna get straight to it, man. Fuck all. We fucked up a couple times. We go sweat my motherfucking Beijing shit out, bro. But I'm ready to
Man.
go now, man. Okay.
All right.
First of all, Frisco, we here to give you your flowers, man. You know what I'm saying? We celebrate
You know what I'm saying?
celebrate some greatness, man. And on that strip,
I appreciate it.
I've been knowing you for a long time, bro. We all been knowing each other for over 30 years. You know what I'm saying? You go by many names, bro. Frame, Frisco. I call you Address, like Baby from Cash Money. Slim, Skinny from the Heights. They ain't gave me that one. I forgot about that one. And Frank White, man. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm here to give you your flowers, man. You always been successful. I never known you to have a 9 to 5, man. You know what I'm saying? You would survive off real estate. So that's why I felt like, it'd be good to bring you on. Like Bam said, people getting their income tax, their money. And also, you always been an inspiration to me. You know what I'm saying, business wise. So I felt like you had something to
Likewise,
give
man.
to the
Likewise.
people,
We
bro.
done came a long way. We done came a long way, man. I tell you, God is good.
Exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying. With that being said, y'all.
Hold up. The people want to know who taught you the spaghetti dance.
Oh man, the
Let's listen
spaghetti
to it.
dance, man. Spaghetti dance going back 45 years, man. Started on East 143rd, man, in St. Clair, man, with my grandpops, man, and my stepbrothers, man, like Bino, Wine, and Derek, man, all love, man. And my second mother, man, Miss Paulette, man, I love her so much, man, that she's gone. I hope she's resting in peace. I love her.
Rest
But
in
yeah,
peace.
man. Absolutely. So yeah, that's the
Exactly.
spaghetti that man dance, baby.
And like I
Yeah.
said, bro, you know what I'm saying? I look at you as a real estate mogul, man. So I had to look up the definition of mogul. You know what I'm saying? And it's a very rich and powerful person, particularly in a specific business or industry. You know what I'm saying? That fits you perfectly, man. And
I
with that
appreciate
being said, we're gonna get into it, man.
it. Okay.
I got some of these questions I outsourced some of these questions, so I cheated a little bit. But one of the main
Okay.
ones people want to know is what or who made you want to get into real estate?
Well, I'm gonna say like this. I was probably 19, 20 years old. I had a storefront apartment. And I was just doing my thing, but not on the real estate aspect, on negativity. I was fortunate and got blessed to meet a guy by the name of Ray. He was from the Philippines. And, I was staying in one of his places, but I kept his place, pretty good and, did extra stuff around there. And he explained to me, he said, hey, listen, you live too good to be renting. But I never knew. He always used to pull up in the work van. I never knew this guy was who he was. He was rich. He had mortgage companies, contracting companies, just you name it. And he took me under his wing and he showed me the business from A to Z, from investing to buying to the loan aspect, you name it, new construction. So yeah, and that's been about, I say at least about 25, 26 years ago.
Yeah, I remember. You was running around with him and shit, and we always used to be like, "Who was the Chinese?" You say Philippine, but we ain't know. We like, man, who was the Chinese dude? Frank
Right,
always be with. I remember Ray,
right.
man.
Yes, sir. Yep.
So you would
So
say that that's who put you in the game and taught you. You know what I'm saying? Everything you know, pretty much.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I started off on doorsteps. I mean, like this guy here, we'll literally go in neighborhoods like Slavic Village, and I knock on doors and ask people to sell me their houses. And I remember one time we bought 13 houses on one street, and we closed on them all 13 within 10 days. And every house that I got that somebody agreed to sell me, I made anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 a deal, and I was just starting off as a rookie. So, going from being broke to looking up and just having about $45,000 in 10 days, it was a great experience.
Hell yeah, especially as a kid, bro. I can just imagine, man. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying,
So
Frank? I remember when you had the Mazda RX-7, bro. Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I remember that. That was a long time ago, man.
Yeah, man. But just switching gears, that's pretty much how I started. It was 25 years ago. Of course, the business have changed, it evolved. I mean, getting deals closed in, man. I mean, listen, they didn't even require interior photos for appraisals to get loans closed. So this was real super easy. Now it's more challenging with these prices the way they are now. Interest rates are the way they are. But I mean, it's a lot of funding and deals getting closed, loans getting closed, properties getting wholesaled, residential, commercial real estate. I mean, you name it, it's going on. And it's a lot of people that is finding huge success and very life changing situations based off real estate. Real estate has been pretty much a number one key investment in changing people's lives into turning people into from being having financial troubles until just being well off and successful. So
Okay,
that's
okay,
pretty much
exactly, man.
that's
Some of the stuff you just said, kind of touch on, some of the questions, that I had for you, which was, let the
mhm.
people know how long you've been investing in real estate. And so you said over 25 years, you literally
Yeah.
been living off investing in real estate.
Basically, I mean, minimum, I bought, rehab, and sold probably minimum about 140 properties, wholesaling deals, assignment contracts, new construction, full renovation, finding people homes, finding people funding partners to fund their deals if their credit was challenging. I mean, you name it, pretty much. Yeah,
If you think
absolutely.
about that, bro, 140 properties, how many, you know what I'm saying? Just think about 140 properties, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a couple streets
What?
worth of properties.
So where is where
Yeah.
your properties at? Do you got a particular area that you deal with?
No,
Stress
I mean,
zones
like
or
basically starting out. I mean, was a lot of them was inner city. I mean, you name it, from um, Tremont, the West Side, Cleveland, St. Clair, Kinsman, Union, 93rd. I mean, pretty much you name it. And to Solon, the signature of Solon, new constructions, Beechwood, you name it. I mean, I've been pretty much Northeast Ohio. I done
so
pretty
where did
much
you make the
did and
where did you make the most of your money at? What city?
inner city, Cleveland. It
Inner
was it
city.
was great times. I mean, basically, I come from the day where you was buying houses for say maybe 10, 12 grand, maybe putting 20, 25 in them. They was worth about 100,000 when you was finished, getting somebody financed, no money down, maybe giving them a small furniture allowance at close. Might make 30, $40,000 net profit per deal, probably within a 60-day turnaround.
Damn, that's how
That was the
that
that
is
was the
lovely, bro. That's and that it goes into one of the questions I have for you is which you kind of touched on a little bit with everything going on now. Do you feel like it's a good time to invest in real estate? With interest rates and all that, etc. Like right now, do you feel like it's still a good investment?
basically, I'm gonna say this: real estate is always gonna be a good investment. I mean, yeah, the market pretty much right now is at a all-time high. So, if it does pull back and the market corrects itself, you just want to be in a key, especially if you got a mortgage loan or something like that. You want to always be in a position where you can refinance or sell. You never want to be underwater in a mortgage loan. Underwater meaning owing more than your house is worth. You know what I mean? So is it a good
Okay.
time to invest in real estate? Always. I mean, like me, preferably, I try to steer people towards more so multifamily, especially first time home buyers, because I look at it like this. If you can find a good property in the suburbs, a multifamily, you can live in a unit and rent the other unit out, and that unit will pretty much pay your house note for you every month. And also buying that property, it won't hurt your debt to income ratio either. So, I mean, I always try to steer people in that direction when they buying their first property.
Explain that, Frank. Your debt to income ratio.
Debt to income ratio meaning, so say like on your credit report, say you got credit card bills, you got auto loans, you got all this. Say you got a credit cards, auto loans, bills that you pay every month. Say you got a job, you a W-2 wage earner, and say you got a job where you making 5 grand a month. You can exceed pretty much 30% DTI, that's debt to income ratio, to get qualified on a mortgage loan. They'll turn you down because they're gonna say you can't afford the property.
Okay,
A
okay.
regular
So
bank, a traditional bank, anyway. So you always want to keep your DTI manageable and keep it low. Keep it about 30%. That's even credit cards. I tell people all the time, don't even go to 30%. If you keep it about 20, 25%, that's great. You want to show positive cash flow if you're trying to get qualified for a mortgage loan. As well as I say about a to get a good rate, about a minimum of 650 credit score, get a good rate. And also at closing, you can always buy your interest rate down a couple of points. So, that's always something to know too.
How do you do that?
So at close, like say you get your closing docs and say your interest rate, say 6%. You can ask your bank or your loan officer, whoever constructed that loan, can you buy your interest rate down? I always tell people and advise people to try to buy their rate down because you're gonna save your money, you're gonna save more money because that's less interest you get in charge if you buy your rate down.
so after you already got the property, my bad, Shan. You after you already got the property, can you do that afterwards, or is it something you have to do before you
No,
get the
you
property?
you can do that. You want to do that before, like before you close, because once you sign those closing docs and that property transfer, then you own the property. But the thing about it, yeah, you can always refinance, but refinance, they're gonna charge you $3, $4,000 closing costs, this, that, and the other. So you always want to try to buy your interest rate down up front. And
So
it's
what
not really expensive to do so.
you just take like 5,000 and like I want to buy my interest rate down. You just take cash
Yeah,
in
not
hand or
even
how
that
does it work?
much. Not even that much. It might cost you a few $1,000s, but you might buy your rate down, say from a 6% down to say a 5.5, buying the rate down. So that's gonna save you money, especially if you got a 30-year loan. That's gonna save you money over the duration of your loan. So you're gonna be paying less interest.
Okay, so is that gonna make your mortgage lower as well?
It's gonna make your house note lower, and you're gonna save money. You saving money on the interest. You say, and it's gonna make your house
Okay,
note lower, of
okay.
course.
People in the chat, we see
Mhm.
y'all. We see y'all. We appreciate y'all tapping in. Hit the like and subscribe button. But he giving us this game, so we trying to get it, suck it up, pause while we got it. You know what I'm saying? Chill
Well,
out.
too, listen, man, listen.
It's a grown
I'm gonna
show.
add. I'm
Yeah,
gonna add
right,
this.
right.
I'm gonna. I'm
So
gonna add this too. I'm gonna add this too. Like, a lot of people dream about home ownership and pretty much want to be a real estate investor. It's not as difficult as it seems. It's a lot of red tape. You really got to just be with somebody that really knows what they're doing. Like I said, I was fortunate to meet somebody the way I met them, just being straightforward, because you got a lot of people that they'll say this and say that, and they can't even really tie their left shoe. But with that being said, like I got a new company. It's called Glorilla State 101, and I deal with funding partners from Ohio, Nevada, Georgia, Arizona, and Texas so far. And we turning dreams into reality. That's what we doing.
say that again. For the people, so they can hear it nice and slow, Frank.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gorilla State 101. So what that is, it's a group of investors. They funding deals. It's not a credit-based program. They'll find you a property. you they obtain you secure you a loan so you can go ahead buy the property, fix the property, and try to get the property on the market and sell it. Get the funding partners paid back. They charge anywhere from 8 to 12%, depending on the credit, but it's this a private loan. It doesn't show on your credit. So what they do is they give you 12 to 18 months to come out the loan, which shouldn't be no problem because basically they're not trying to find properties that's just beat all the way down to the ground. We get in there, we find properties that we can do good work to in a good neighborhood, and we turn it around and sell it and make a handsome return. If you're interested in keeping the property, you can always refinance the house and just pay the funding partners off.
Okay, because that was my next question. I was going to say, was it strictly for investing, or is it for people
Mm.
that want to live in the property as well?
You can live in the property if that's because going up front you're gonna they're gonna ask you if you want to keep the property for rental or do you want it for home ownership. You want it for home ownership, then what they're gonna do is if you got blips on your credit, they're gonna put you in the credit repair program, which takes about 90 days, but you can move in the property as long as you make your payments. Then they secure you a loan on a refinance so you can refinance out their loan into a smaller interest rate loan. So say like a 6% fixed rate.
Okay, okay, cool,
And
cool.
so like right now, we working out of Ohio, Nevada, Georgia, Arizona, and Texas. And also what we branching off to, we doing new construction. And the new constructions that we're doing, their houses is just getting built on the slabs, which is no basement, and they're side by side duplexes, which is 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2-car garage each side. So what we're doing is like I was explaining, telling people buying the first time home buyers to buy a multifamily, we selling the new construction. So actually the homeowners, they're moving into one side and renting the other side out and paying their house note. And it's a brand new house. It's not nothing, it's brand new construction. So it's
So,
no
so you
wear and tear.
they basically you living for free pretty much
Uh,
once you rent the
Pretty
other
much,
side out.
pretty much. So, and I know it's a good program because you got to look at it this way: it's a brand new home, and like your bills is going to be minimum next to none. All you got to make sure you do, if that's the route you decide to go, is just to make sure that you find the right tenant. Somebody responsible that pay their bills and things like that. And you won't have no problems at all. Just be a homeowner.
Now you said
So
it's called Gorilla. What is it?
Gorilla State 101.
Gorilla
That's
State
what it's called.
101.
Gorilla.
Gorilla State
Yeah.
101.
You don't need to
So
have
what
credit
they
to start
doing?
this. You need to have credit or
No,
no.
you don't need. You don't. It depends. Now, if you just investing, they charge you 5% down of the loan amount. So say your loan amount $100,000 or $200,000. So $100,000 is gonna cost you 5%, so it'll cost you 5 grand. 200 grand is like $10,000. So what it does is it come off of what you owe at the end. So I mean, like basically, it costs money to make money. But like if you got
Right, right.
credit, I mean, like you go to the bank and obtain a loan, or if you're a cash buyer, you can always pay cash. However,
So
whatever
if I got
suits you.
10 grand, if I want to get invest in a house that's 200,000, and I got 10 grand cash, but my credit ain't that, say like my credit 620 or something. You guys can get me get
Yeah,
me
they
get
go.
me going.
We gonna work with you. We gonna work with you all day to get your credit score up, get that house renovated, get it nice, and either hey, put it on the market, sell it, or you keep it for yourself.
Okay,
Absolutely.
that sound good.
I remember back in the day,
Mhm.
600 was considered good credit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so
Yeah,
so
a,
what's
a,
good
a
credit
lot
now?
of things. No, I mean, honestly, like six, of course you want your credit score to be 750, 7.6, of
Right.
course.
Right,
But I
right.
mean, 650 is getting loans closed, and the rates are reasonable. So those are
Okay,
definitely
okay.
getting deals done. So
There's another thing a lot of people wanted me to ask you is, in today's market, do you suggest? Well, I know you're gonna suggest buying because you got the program and all that, but just for the average person that just want to just buy a house, do you suggest renting right now or still, buying?
I would buy because when you look at it, rent is astronomical, it's through the roof. In the inner city
Yeah,
ghetto,
yeah,
you figure the average two-bedroom house is going for a two-family, a two-bedroom. The average one is going for $1,000 a month. And I mean, it's in areas I wouldn't even allow my kids outside to play.
yeah, yeah.
So
Exactly, exactly.
why would I do that when I probably can spend about 200, $300 more a month, if that, and buy my own, and it's mine and I own it, it's in a better area, and it's pretty much securing my future because I got this rock right here. I got something I can fall back on that every month I'm making my mortgage payment is like an investment. And time over time, you're gonna look up, next thing you know, you're gonna own your own property. So yeah, it's definite. Yeah, I recommend buying. I don't recommend renting. Buying, most
Okay,
definitely.
okay. We appreciate that, and the people appreciate that. I also know that you have experience in commercial property and residential. So if you a person coming in and say you might have some money and you might have some good credit, would you recommend them investing in commercial or a residential property?
Me personally, I would recommend them to invest in mixed use commercial, meaning I might got some residential units, maybe upstairs, maybe two, three, 4 units upstairs, and I might have two or three storefronts downstairs. So I got residential rental income coming in upstairs, and I also got commercial income coming in downstairs. If I wanted to start my own business, open up my own business, I got a front where I'm opening up my own business as well as renting out commercial space as well as renting out residential space with the apartments. So commercial, most definitely. I say mixed use commercial.
Okay, so mixed use commercial. People, y'all hear that? Like, you know what I'm saying? The residential is cool, but if you got some money that you trying to invest, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you can do the mixed use, like Frame said. You know what I'm saying?
What's some of the drawbacks?
Well, I mean, like me personally, I got a few properties now that I own, but I got out the landlord business, man. Like honestly, you're not really making money on rental properties unless you got, like I know a gentleman, he probably got about 60, 70 rentals, Section 8, but I mean the thing about it is it's like a beyond a full-time job. You got people playing around with rent money, you got people on Section 8, which is, I love people on Section 8 and everything. I was on Section 8, so I'm not trying to say that,
Right, right. We just talking
discriminatory.
from the business part of it.
Right. But on the business aspect, I mean, man, people are literally hard on rental properties. They don't care because they don't got no sense of ownership. So they gonna kick a hole in it. And soon as they move out or you gotta evict them, you going in there doing a whole nother rehab. So, you gotta just I frown on rentals. I make my money off pretty much wholesaling contracts. That's how I'm getting my money on real estate, and I do new construction. So wholesaling, like I say, I'm
Yeah,
gonna give you an example.
explain that, Frame. Explain the wholesaling contracts to the people.
Let me give you an example. So say you got a property. Say I meet you at your property. I want to buy your property. You say, "Oh, give me $100,000." I run the numbers. I say, "Okay, I'll give you $100,000." What I do is I get a 45 to 60-day close. That's a contract, and I give you some earnest money, say like $1,000. If I don't perform and buy your house within that 45 to 60 days, that $1,000 is yours. It belongs to you. So what I would do is I got your house under contract for that 6 to 8 weeks. I go out and find my own investor that like the house. So I might sell it to them for 120 or $130,000, make me 20 or $30,000 with me just spending $1,000 out my pocket and me controlling your house for that 6 to 8 weeks. So I made my money without lifting a paintbrush and all that nonsense.
Right, right. Okay, okay. So what you just explained to us is that knowledge that a lot of people have. Do a lot of people do that, or is it just like the select
I
few with
mean,
that knowledge?
It, it's a select few. Everybody like that's real. I mean, that's real knowledge because you got to think like this. If I buy me a house and I hire me some contractors and they in the house, they work and they rehab, and it's gonna take them probably uh, a few months to buy the house. I'm sorry, get in the house, rehab it, get it ready for me to sell. But meanwhile, I done spent all this money buying the house. I done spent all this money tying it up, getting these people to rehab the house, which I just found me a house, put it under contract, gave you $1,000. You got out the way. You say, yeah, he gonna have me my money in about 2 months. I go out, I find a buyer for the house. They close on the house. So this piece of paper, this contract that I just signed you up on, it might have cost me $1,000 out of my pocket, but I might have made $20,000, $30,000 just off me pushing this piece of paper.
Okay. Then you
Simple as
done.
that.
You skate off with your bread. They happy they got
Yeah.
their house sold, and you ain't got to worry about
Everybody happy.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, take back frame spitting that game. That's what they saying in the comments, Frisco. Okay, another question I have for you, bro, is what are some other doors that real estate has opened for you?
I mean, literally, it took me off the street corner. Literally. I mean, like, hey, I mean, I done, man, hey, we can go back to the Holyoke days. So
Yeah.
you already know. I mean, it,
You was
it
on the
took me
corner?
from, man, I used to stand on street corners. Man, I was starving. I used to sleep in
Hell
cars,
yeah,
sleep on
yeah.
porches. Come on, man, let's keep it real. But like,
Hell yeah.
my, my
I'm hearing
whole
my
thing is this,
professional
man.
aspect.
Hey, hey, I used to try to come over your house, bam, and go to sleep in your basement to try to get some shelter. What you talking about?
Hell yeah, man. We just
They
slept
used
on
to be
couch.
like,
You
they
know what I'm
got,
saying? I had to move in with you. We got history,
man,
man.
listen,
That's why I
man,
wanted
you
you on
already
here.
know.
Yeah, because I
Hey,
ever
they
since
used
I
to be
know you,
like,
Frank,
hey,
you just been in real estate. That's why I wanted you to get
hey,
people some
man, I
game.
used to sit on them. I used to be on them porches late night, man, on 147. They used to be like, that better not be that goddamn deli frame sitting on my goddamn porch.
Hey,
Curtis Bolden, what up, Hawky? What's going on, Goldfoot? Okay. I got another one. This is a little personal right here, Frank. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
we grew up as players, and we was all ladies' mans and all of that. And I know you've been married, past few years. So I want to know, how did finding the right woman, make your life happier and easier, man.
Well, you know what, man? My wife,
No, go ahead.
hey, my wife, I love my wife, man. I got a great wife, man. I mean, it's nothing like having a great partner. Like I love my wife. And I'm gonna say this, man, just being honest, man, having the right person, man, who believe in you and trying to achieve the same goals as you and not worried about, all the noise and the nonsense, man, it means the world, man. Like, I can't. Hey, listen. If I could do it all over again, I'd do it 10 times fold. Like I got a wonderful wife. Like, when we started out, we was building. But hey, look, I look now. Hey, I wake up. It's swimming pools and movie stars now. What can I say?
Hell yeah.
So everything good, man. I can't. Man, having a great wife, man. It don't listen. I tell anybody, especially man, we 40. I'm 49 years old. And
Hold
like,
on,
man,
Frank. You
come
sure
on.
you only 49, bro?
49, man. I feel, I know people think I'm on the Mount Rushmore. I know that, but 49, man, that goes for a hard life, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
But
I told you. I
just
just had to spray this shit in my hair, and it's now it's
man,
coming out, Frank.
What the fuck? That's
I
crazy.
listen, man, I don't do all that. Hey, I'm shadow boxing. You see that shadow?
Yeah.
Just come home, bro. Just come home.
No,
Like it's going
ooh,
on.
man, put that back on, man. Ooh, that shine is blinding me, man, blinding me. But
So
yeah,
I
man. But
got I
all
got
jokes
another one for you,
aside,
man. You done pretty much
go ahead.
already covered this, but somebody told me to ask you this, so I want to make sure I get that question out there. What advice would
Mhm.
you give someone who wants to get involved in real estate today? You know what I'm saying? Because of how the interest rates and the market and everything is. If what advice would you have someone that got some money and they say, I'm about to do it right now?
You know what? Let me tell you something because there's a lot of wrong roads. People can go down in real estate. My total suggestion: find somebody that got real experience and knowledge about the business. That's what you want to do. You want to source them because I mean, just jumping in head first, man, you're gonna go, man, you're gonna take a beat. Hey. I'll never forget Steinway. Rehab going to Steinway, and y'all was going rehab it, and all the walls, y'all tore all the walls
Oh yeah,
down.
you
You
talking
remember?
about my brother have bought the property over there. You talking about
Yeah.
yeah.
I said no. Yeah. I was like, no, you ain't got to do that. He was building a mansion in the ghetto.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't want to
You
do
know,
that. You don't
you
want to
can't
do
tell him
that.
nothing, Frank. He the same way today, bro. He
I
still
miss
the
Mel
same.
though, man. I miss Mel. I ain't seen him in a long time, man. But anyway, but yeah, man, you really want to just get somebody with experience and knowledge, man, and pretty much, see where they going, see some projects that they done, see some deals they done, things of that nature, man. And like it's deals out here, but these man, some of these numbers on this real estate is astronomical. Like, man, houses on 141st, man, they want 100,000
And
right now.
they
So
not worth it, huh?
dude, we was just paying 8 grand for them. What make them worth a
Okay,
100,000 all of a sudden?
Hey
okay.
man, my mama
We
house
was
was
paying
about
four,
three
five
grand. It was
grand.
about 300,000.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But her house paid for
And
though,
my
right?
mama house was about 300.
Man, I'm
You know,
trying. Listen,
Auntie
man, I'm
Barb
trying.
might want
Hey,
to
look,
pull one, but her house paid for though, right?
That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
right.
So
Listen,
that's different. That's a little different.
man, right. But what I'm saying is, in the inner city, man, houses in EC, man, East Cleveland, on 4th Street, 5th Street, man, they want 90,000, 100,000. That's not work, man. Listen, when this economy crash and they say it's a recession again, it's gonna be a lot of people holding the bag all over again. That's when I'm gonna come in and buy everything pennies on the dollar. Only thing I'm doing is stacking my bread. I ain't buying nothing right now. I'm wholesaling. I'm selling these contracts. Now I do new construction because you cannot lose with new construction at all.
Okay, so
But
like a new
all
the houses
all
that
these
they build from the
overpriced,
ground up.
build your house. Build it. That's my total suggestion. Build on the slab. Don't even put a basement in it. You build on the slab, you save about 30, $40,000 on the build. Build
Dang.
on the slab. And make it
Okay,
and make
Frank.
the ceilings tall.
Bro,
You
I
say,
know that you done had businesses. You know what I'm saying? Brick and mortars, where
mhm.
so you had a couple bars. I know that for a fact. A couple really nice bars. I know you've had automotive shops, like the real automotive shops, with the lifts and the computers, and
Right.
the real deal shit. Not no. What's the name? Um, so my question is, what's better to you so far in your experience, tenants or customers?
Me, I take them customers because like my thing is I can deal with them one time, they gone. If they appreciate it, my customer service, then they'll be back. I built a lot of relationships over the years with different people, just being my customer. Now, tenants, you get the wrong tenant, they hate you, they spit venom, and you ain't did nothing but want your rent money. That's it. So, yeah. It go from when they need a place to stay, you give them a place to stay. You the best thing smoking. Hey, look at my all that. But
Yeah.
then when
Yeah,
they don't pay
yeah.
their rent, this punk.
Somebody in the chat, Fran, they said that they sister had a house on the 4-1. She sold it for 18 bands, and they turned around and sold it for 79,000, bro.
I know. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta get with somebody that got that experience, know that knowledge. Yeah, absolutely. I bet they did. It's a hot market right now. You can make some good money. It's just you gotta be led the right way. You follow what I'm saying? I'm gonna give
Yeah.
you another thing. Now the share sale. You can buy it's good deals at the share sale and the tax sale. The only thing about the share sale and the tax sale, it just take them about 3 or 4 months to transfer your deed. That's what it takes. So, I mean,
Okay,
but
okay.
you got good deals. You got good deals that you can stumble up on. But yeah, it's just word of mouth. People might get old, go in a nursing home. Somebody might pass away, inherit the property. Just want money fast, money now. So, I deal with a lot of deals where people want fast money now. They won't want to get it closed. So if person got a house, they want their money fast. If it's the right deal, I buy it. If it's not, I don't be bothered with it. And I'm just saying this. Like people be having a dream. You do not want to be a landlord. Landlord is a straight headache. That's you don't want that. You want everybody want the money. You don't want the headache.
Okay, so
Hey, what's the worst city to buy a house in? To steer clear if you want to do the investing side.
that's
Where
a great question.
what city did you you said you would stay away from?
Right now, now, I mean, man, listen, man. You ride around the city just like I do. I'm gonna say this. I'll buy in East Cleveland. I'll buy a two-family in East Cleveland, but I ain't paying no more than 5 or 10 grand for it. You follow what I'm saying? I'll buy a
Yeah.
house in St. Clair, but I ain't paying no more for than anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 for it, depending on the property. Uh, but it's not really no particular area that I stay away from. It's just like this. Um, if the hey, I'm old school Bob Barker. You can get that money. I buy that house if the price is right, flat out, straight
So
up.
you don't run into like pre-point sale inspections or none of that type stuff.
Now that's yeah. Now point of sale inspections, absolutely. Now that's suburb properties. That's Euclid, Cleveland Heights. Now I stay away from Shaker. Now them POSs in Shaker, man, it's ridiculous. They be wanting you to put 30, 40, $50,000 in escrow.
Oh,
Oh,
Um,
that's
but
yeah, yeah.
Cleveland Heights. Yeah, Cleveland Heights, like a lot of the suburbs have point of sale inspections. Some of them don't, and some of the point of sales are easy, but some of them hard. I'm gonna say this too. I've been having success buying properties in Lake County. Lake County, it don't, I like Lake County because like you can buy a house, say you buy a house in East Lake. Say you pay 100 grand in East Lake. Say you put $30,000 in it in East Lake. You getting $220,000. And guess what? A black person might come by it, a white person might come by it, a Latino might come and buy it. It's just not like it's like if you buy a house on St. Clair, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be, a certain type of group or a certain type of race that's gonna come
Right,
and buy
right,
it.
right.
Me, I love diversity. Like
Okay.
that's what I love. I don't, I just don't, conduct business with a certain origin, a group of people. I like diverse groups. I like people just with one common denominator and one goal, and that's just getting this deal closed, making the money so we can move on to the next.
So basically, your favorite nationality is green.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Hey, I like little green men. That's what I like. Little green men.
saying?
That's what I
okay. So
like,
I'm kind of confused because you say invest in the money and buy the house, but you say buy the two families, but you say you don't want to be a landlord. So I mean, where we
But
going?
that really ain't the same.
because
It's like
no, let me explain to
just
you.
got
Let
the
me
person
explain to
living
you what I
next to
mean.
you. Go ahead, actress.
Go ahead.
My thing is, yeah, you're gonna be a landlord, yeah, but see, you only dealing with one person, and you staying there. So you staying there on one side, they staying there on the other side. It's your
Right.
property. You're not gonna let these people kick a hole in your
Oh,
property.
okay.
You're gonna rent to the right people. I'm not saying, oh, go get all these multifamilies. No, that's the headache.
Yeah,
Now
right.
you can
Right,
deal
right.
with one tenant because this one tenant that you got is paying your mortgage, no, allowing you to have a little bit more financial freedom.
Okay.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, okay.
Okay. Just clear it up. We just wanted to clear it up.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
got
absolutely.
somebody in the chat. They wanna they would like to say they would like to learn, the real estate game. So the stuff
Hmm.
also that you were saying, uh find somebody that know what they doing when you do get ready to invest. So once again, I want you to plug your business that you got so people could call in or you know what I'm saying or tap in with you they want to invest.
Call in and tap in.
Okay.
What it's called
Gorillas.
gorilla
Gorilla,
state.
Gorilla State 101. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the card and information over to you so you can post it and you can have everybody just chime into that right
Okay,
there.
definitely, definitely. And also, I had somebody in the chat. They want to know for you to say something about your granddad. Rest in peace. Like what you learned from him, just business wise, not real estate, but just
You
and
know
being a
what, man?
good
Like
person.
I'm gonna just say this, like, my grandfather was built different. He was a different type of a person. I mean, my grandfather was a certified electrician. He worked for Fisher Bodies. I didn't, I spent some time with my grandfather growing up. He used to take us hunting, fishing. He used to teach us everything. He had us out there. I couldn't swim a lick. He used to have me and Vino out there driving the boat. Can't swim a lick. Vino was about to try to hop on me and throw me over the boat because I was punching the boat. He said, "Man, if you go fast the whole time, I'm telling you." So yeah, man.
Hey,
But my grandfather, man, yeah, man, my people was great people, man. That's all I can say. Really.
Yeah, Zach. I got that in common.
they
We,
want
my
you to stand
grandfather,
up and do the spaghetti
my
dance, bro.
grandfather was the same way, man. Cool B, you know what I'm saying? He worked at Fisher Body
He
as well,
cool B,
Frank.
baby.
He just
Cool
instilled
B gave my
work and
first
stuff
bat.
in there.
Hmm.
He always went to work. That's the spaghetti man.
They do the spaghetti
That's the
dance.
spaghetti man, baby. The spaghetti man.
But
That's the
yeah,
spaghetti
man,
man.
if you got any because we ain't gonna hold you, bro. We ain't gonna hold you,
So,
man.
so how do you get like the bars? And I mean, I know, like you said, we know you had a lot of
I
businesses
mean,
or whatnot.
see, like that's a whole different avenue outside of real estate. That's just pretty much like a business. You know what I mean? You just buying a business and that it's gonna take some capital. So it ain't like something that that's cheap. I think that the restaurant that I had downtown, I might have spent about 300,000, something like that. But I mean, it is with just a business, man.
Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it? Did you
You
enjoy
know
that
what,
that
man?
that
It was a lot of hard work, man. I put in a lot of hours downtown, man. I
Mhm.
had some great times though. I mean, I look at the show that you hosted, man. I still think about that show with you and Freeway Rick. That was just like awesome, man. That
Yeah,
was real
yeah,
iconic. So,
yeah.
just saying that, man, it was great. I mean, I had great times, It's just though hiring
Where
us.
that leprechaun dude that you
Hey, he around now. I can get him on the show, man. He call
hey,
himself. He call himself Les Finesse. That's his name, man.
Hey, so
That's a
yeah, that was
funny little
iconic
dude,
though,
though.
Frank. Not to cut you off,
so,
my bad.
so you said you spent 300. Did you get that 300 back? Where you at as far as that 300? Did you take an L or no?
Man, listen here. I got the 300 back. I probably when I sold it because I just was tired, man. I probably made. I'm talking about walked away with just money coming in here, money coming in here. I might have walked away with about 500 grand, but at a lump sum, not counting just the money that I was just bringing in. But it was just a lot of long hours. Then your employees, everybody that worked for me, pretty much I knew since we was kids. So
Right.
two, that's a gift and a curse. You follow what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't respect. If you they boss, like look what just happened to Gucci. Gucci the boss.
Yeah, we
They
just we
tied
just was talking
Gucci.
about that on the previous show. We
Right.
we just was talking about that.
People don't like people you grew up with and everything. They don't respect. Like if you done elevated, you done changed your life, but you they boss now though. They
Right,
don't
right.
respect that. Everything cool, 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 cool. It's food going out the back door. Little nonsense.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I always
so
wondered, like, you know what I'm saying, when you had the bar, and by, we know some everybody know, but you had cats who want to come drink for free, want to eat for free, and then like you said, you got to wear that hat as a boss as far as the restaurant and all this. I mean, hats off to you for doing it because I couldn't deal with that type of people on a
man,
day-to-day
it
basis.
was it was it was challenging, but at the same time, man, like I had a great time. You know what I'm saying? I was going through some trials and tribulations in my life, and I just really wanted a place I could just come and host people, enjoy people, have parties, and just great times with no nonsense, man. I needed that at that time in my life. I greatly
If
enjoyed
if
it.
if,
And
if
then
I
at
can
the end
say
of
this,
the
if I
day,
can say this to you, Frank, not to cut you off, but if I can say this to you, bro, because I didn't know you, and I know you, man. I know how you is. I know your mannerisms. Like, you know what I'm saying. I just know when I see this going on, that's actress, man. You know what I'm saying. When I come to that bar, I could see you was happy and you was comfortable. Even if you
right,
giving away
absolutely,
drinks,
right.
you the type of person you just want everybody to be happy, man. And I can see that's I liked it when I seen that you was always happy in there, man.
Man, I appreciate it, man. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
that means a lot. But I mean, listen, man, I'm looking for great things to come, especially from this podcast here, man. Great Lakes, man. Like y'all doing a great job, man. Y'all got to keep feeding the people, man. We got to get bigger and better platforms, man. Matter of fact, you know, I got ties in at the Rock Hall. We should have did this at the Rock Hall, man, overlooking the water, man. By you know, the station,
That's happening. That's
with some filet
happening,
mignon, little nice stuff walking around, man, you know.
man.
So
Hell yeah,
I'm
we
looking, I'm
appreciate it,
looking.
bro. We appreciate it. We appreciate you letting us come down to your establishment, and you know what I'm saying, and host us down
Hey,
here.
for
You
the
know,
record, nigga, who gave you that name, Frank? Nigga?
Spike, Spike,
That was me.
Spike. You
Dudley
always
Frag.
want to take credit, man.
Hey, I said, listen, man. When I seen it, when Vin and Barty want to say, I'm like, dude, got a Chris Dudley friend, man. You know what? You know what? Spike might have did say frame,
Man,
but I
you
said
know
Chris
what?
Dudley frame. I said
Man,
Chris
see,
Dudley.
Okay, okay,
see,
okay.
see, Shan, let me tell you, Shan. See, that's why I knew I should have. I knew I should have tried to peel that column on that Regal, man. I was gonna go at it, man. I'm like, oh man, that's Bam. I knew I should have tried to peel that column, man. See, break the
Hey.
column lock. I knew I should have tried it out.
Yeah, so as y'all can see, you know, we all got history, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna have nobody on here that's saying something that I don't feel like they know what they talking about. So I know my man can give y'all some game on real estate, is income tax time. And just if you got some money and that's the route you want to go, we gonna post his business. He'll point you in the right direction. And you know, we ain't gonna hold you, Frisco. We know you're a businessman, you got stuff to do. And we appreciate you, you know, tapping in with us, bro.
I appreciate that, man. One love, man.
For
I
sure.
For sure. We
appreciate
gonna
y'all for
holler at
having
you,
me, man.
bro. Straight like that.
Straight
Absolutely,
like
man.
that,
Enjoy
Frank.
your Easter, man.
Peace.
Enjoy y'all Easter.
You
Don't
too,
eat no
bro. You
chitlins, man.
Peace.
Don't eat no chitlins, man.
Shit.
Yourself.
It's all frizzy.
It's on, bro. Stay up. Spaghetti dance. Do the spaghetti dance.
That turned out pretty nice, man.